Greetings, fellow grade 11s. It's Mr. Shajoy here. Welcome to Back to Basics. What I want us to look at basically today, I want us to look and understand our trigonometry, and I want us to do this through a past paper of your November 2023. I think this was from the Eastern Cape Province, right? Now let's see in terms of what is it that we can do now from here. The first thing that we have here, they want us to do now, they're saying if tan of theta is equal to 3 and cos of theta is less than 0, use a sketch in the correct quadrant to determine the value of that, right? So now what is the first thing that we need to do? So the first thing that we need to do, we need to examine the value of your tan. Remember, your tan of theta is same as what? Your tan of theta, rather 7 tan of theta is equals to your 3. So which means this is same as actually divide by what? You can divide this by 7, divide this by 7. Which means your tan of theta, it is given by 3 over 7. Right? And the 3 over 7, remember here, before you start everything, you must have the value of your x, y, and r. And your tan of theta here represent your y over what? Over x. Okay. So what we are in short of, we are in short of your r. So you are going to say, look, your r, now your r here is going to be same as what? Your r is going to be same as your r squared is equals to, this is going to be what? Your x squared plus your y squared, right? And this is same as what? This is actually same as your x is given by 3 squared plus 7, or rather, yes, it's 7 squared, which this is going to be same as what? Which is going to be same as 58, right? So which means your value of your r is going to be same as square root of 58, right? But now, there's one thing that I want you to take note of here. So from here, they said the cos of your theta is less than 0, right? So when they are saying your cos of your theta is less than 0, so which means basically here, remember cos, it's same as what? It's same as your, this is same as your x over your r. So they are saying your x is going to be negative, right? But here, what we had here, it was positive, which means basically this was actually same as negative 3 over negative what? Over negative 7, because this still gives us what? Your 3 over 7 altogether. So which means basically here, your value of your x, y, and r, it's same as what? Your value of your x here, it's actually same as negative 3. Your value of your y is going to be same as your what? Your value of your y is going to be same as your negative what? Negative 7 altogether. Or rather, this is the opposite. The value of your x, it's negative 7, and your y is 3, right? So which means this is your y is same as negative 3. Your x is same as negative 7 altogether. And your r is going to be the square root of 58. Now, from here, what is it that you are now going to do from here? You are going to write this, right? Now, which quadrant do you have both the value of your x and your y as negative? That's going to be your third quadrant, right? That's where you actually have both of these as negative, right? So which means this is same as what? This is actually same as your what? This is going to be found in your third quadrant, right? But let's see in terms of what is that you are going to do, which means if we are saying this is going to be found in our third quadrant, this is going to be something like this here. Altogether, where the value of your x is same as what? Your value of your x same as negative 7, your value of your y same as your negative 3, and your r is going to be same as root of 58. Now, let's look at what is that they wanted us to do basically. They wanted us to do your sine of theta plus your cos of theta over your 2 sine of theta. Right? Already we know that your sine is same as what? It's same as y over r. Your cos is same as what? Your cos is same as x over your r. Right? So which means you just have to express that in that particular format. So which means here, this is same as what? Your sine is going to be same as what? Your sine here is going to be same as what is the value of your x? This is same as your negative 7 over the square root of 58. And this is going to be plus, what is the other one? Your cos is going to be same as what? This is going to be, now for your cos, this is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your negative 7. Remember here we said the value of your what? The value of your y, which is negative 3. This is negative 3, right? And then here the value of your x here, it's going to be same as negative 7 over your root 58. This is going to be divided by what? This is going to be divided by 2 into again negative what? Into negative 3 over root 58. Once again, so basically that is going to be that one. And as you are working with this, what is it that you are going to realize from here? Now, this is actually going to be same as what? When you start with your numerator, 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give you what? 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give you, or 3 multiplied by 7 rather, it's going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your 21, right? So this is actually going to be same as, remember this is, remember this is your adding powers of the same base, which means basically here, it's same as your, what? This is same as your root 58, right? This is same as your root 58. This is negative 3 plus negative 7, which is going to be same as what? This is same as negative 10, right? And what is it that you're going to have here? This is negative 10 divide by 2 multiplied by 3 is going to be same as negative 6 over root 58. Okay. And now once you have that, now this is going to be same as what? You can change that into what? Into multiplication. So which means basically this is same as negative 10 over root 58 multiply by what? Multiply by root 58 divide by what? Divide by negative 6. The reason why I'm doing this, remember, I'm changing my division sign to a multiplication sign. So that's what I am required to do. So I want you to see that the 58 and the 58 are going to cancel. The answer that you're going to have is negative 10 over negative 6. This is same as what? This is same as your 5 over 3. Okay, so basically, this is how you go about when answering this question, right? I know it looks a little bit complicated, but if you just take it step by step, you're definitely going to understand what is required of you in these types of questions, right? Now, let's move swiftly along and see in terms of what else can we have here. Now, let's look at your 4.2. In your 4.2, let's just make up our space here so that we know what is it that is required of us in our 4.2. So already they've given us your sine of 32p. They like these types of questions, right? So, and now it is almost easy for us to tackle these questions. For an example, now what is it that you are given here? You are given that this is same as what? Your sine of 32 degrees, which is equals to your p. Now, and you know that your sine is actually same as what? This is same as over 1, right? And you know that your the value of your what? Of your sine is given by y over your r. Can you see that? So which means basically here you have your y and your r. And as always, you must start by finding out the value of your x, y, and r. So you're going to say, look, my r squared is equals to my x squared plus my what? My y squared. Then this is same as what? This is your pi theorem, right? Or the theorem of Pythagoras. And now from here, you are going to say, look, my x, or rather my what? Yes, my x here, it's going to what? My x squared is actually going to be same as what? Same as 1 subtract your p. All of this is squared, right? Then when you are looking for the square root, you are going to find the square root of both sides, which means your x is going to be same as square root of 1 subtract p squared, right? And remember, we agreed that you are not going to remove this root of 1 subtract p squared. Altogether, the square root. You're not going to say the square root of 1 is 1 and subtract p squared. The p squared is same as 1. No, you're not allowed to do it like that. You just leave it the same way as it is. All right. Now, they want us to express what is going to be the negative tan of 32. All right. Look, negative tan of 32 degrees is same as what? It's same as, yes, this is actually same as negative tan of 32 degrees, right? Now, and we know how to express our 32 degrees, right? Remember, because this is same as y, this is same as y over x. Don't, what is going to be your y here? Your y is always given by what? Your y is always given by your what here? The y that you're having here is your p, and your x is given by square root of 1 subtract p squared. So basically, that is going to be your value of your what? That is going to be your first answer for that particular question. Now, let's look at the second one. Now here you are having sine of 418 degrees, right? So what they want us to do here, you must be in a position that you know how to express your what your 418 in terms of 32. And what is that basically? Right? Your 418 is actually same as what? When you say, for example, 418, let's say we say this is same as sine of 418 degrees, right? Why am I saying 480? 418 subtract 418 degrees. This is 418 degrees. Or rather, when you say, let's not say that. Let's say when you say 300 and what? Let's say you say 360 degrees plus 58. Let's look at that. When you say 360 degrees plus 58, what is the answer that you are finding? Right? Can you see that this is 418, right? So which means this is actually same as what? 360 degrees plus 58 degrees. Okay. And now, does 58 have a relation with 32? Definitely yes, right? So what does that mean? That does this mean basically? Actually, this is same as what? This is actually same as sine of 58 degrees. And how can you say express 58 in terms of what? In terms of that 58, can you see that when you want to express 58, can you see that you can say this is same as sine of 90 degrees subtract your what? Your 32 degrees, right? And what is going to be the answer here? It's same as cos of 32 degrees. And what is cos of 32? Remember, your cos is given by x, right? This is x over r, which means the value of your x is what? It's 1 subtract p squared, and then the value of your what? The value of your r is 1. So which means basically the answer here is going to be same as square root of 1 subtract p squared. Okay. Hopefully all of this makes sense to you now and you can answer these types of question. Let's look at 4.3. Let's just make up our space here and look 4.3 and see in terms of what can we do in this particular question of 4.3, right? Now, the question from 4.3, what we can basically do is that now, here you are given that you are having sine of 120 degrees multiplied by tan of 300 degrees. This is divided by what? This is divided by cos of negative 60 degrees plus, or rather multiplied by tan of 225 degrees. Now, what is the best thing that you can do now from here? Actually, here you must do what? You must do reduction. Now, from here, for an example, how can you express 120 degrees? 120 degrees is actually same as what? 120 degrees is same as your sine of, this is same as 108 degrees subtract 60 degrees. Can you see that? Right? We want to express this in terms of angles that are less than 90 degrees, right? Or rather in terms of acute angles. Then now tan of 300 degrees is actually same as what? This is actually same as tan of same as tan of 360. This is same as tan of 360 subtract 60 degrees. Can you see that it's still giving you your 300? Can you see that when you subtract those two, you're still getting your 300? And now, your negative cos of 60 degrees is actually same as what? Now, anything that has a negative cos, remember that in the quadrant here, it's old, here it's the quadrant of sine, this is a quadrant of tan, and this is a quadrant of cos, right? And cos is found in the fourth quadrant. And when you are saying negative 60, you are coming into your fourth quadrant, right? So which means here it's going to be same as cos of what? Cos of 60 degrees. But it's okay because cos in the fourth quadrant is positive. Now this one is same as your tan of 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. Right? And now what is it that you're going to have here? This is same as what? This is same as sine of 60 degrees altogether. This is going to multiply by now 360 subtract 60 is in your what? And this is going to be in your fourth quadrant. And what is it that you know about fourth quadrant? Tan is negative, so this is going to be negative tan of 60 degrees, right? And this is going to be divided by what? Cos of 60 degrees. This is going to multiply by tan of 45 degrees. And now from here, what is it that you're going to do? Now here you can use your spatial angles, right? Spatial angles or your spatial triangles. Now, what is that you're going to do now? Sine of 60 degrees is actually same as square root of 3 over what? Over 2. And when you say sine or tan of 60 degrees, this is same as square root of 3 over 1. This is divided by what? This is divided by what is cos of 60 degrees? This is 1 over 2. Multiplied by tan of 45 is same as 1. Okay. Then you are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator to see in terms of what is that you can have here, right? Now, from here, what is it that you are going to have? Look, in the denominator, it's same as 1 over 2. Can you see that, right? So, but when you say now from here, for example, what is that you're going to do? You are going to multiply this side. Let's say we're only focusing in this numerator, for example. Let's say we focus here. When you focus here, you are going to multiply this side by 2 over 2 so that here you can have the denominator of 2, right? So which means this is going to be square root of 3 over 2, subtract this is same as 2 root what? 2 root 2 over, or 2 root 3 over, this is 2. Then divide by what? 1 multiplied by 1 over 2. This is same as 1 over 2, right? And then now when you are done with that, this is same as what now? Your numerator, you are going to have what? This is same as what here? This is same as your 3 over 2, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is same as your 3 over 2. 3 over 2. When this is 3 over 2, this is 3 over 2. Plus what? This is 3 over 2 divide by 1 over 2, which is same as multiply. And then when you're doing that, the answer that you're going to get is same as negative 3. Okay, so basically that's how you're going to go about in solving this particular question, right? Then you get your full 7 marks, you move, right? Now let's continue now and see in terms of what else do you have here. Let's just make up our space to see in terms of what is going to be the next question that you are going to have, right? Let's just make up our space. Now, for the next question, now here they want us to prove the identity, right? Now, proving identity is almost one of the easiest part of what? Of trigonometry. How can you go about improving that, for example? Remember, this is same as cos of 2x, subtract cos x, subtract sine what? Squared x. Divide by what? Divide by 2 sine x cos x plus sine x is equals to 1 over tan x, subtract sine 1 over sine x. Okay. Now, how can you go about improving? I want us to use this particular side, the left-hand side. Remember here, proving that your left-hand side is equals to your right-hand side, right? I want us to come here. Now, what is it that we can do now from here? Now, I want you to look at this. Remember here, we are proving the left-hand side, right? Now, and here you are having your sine squared, and you only have your cos here. So is there any possibility that we can change our sine squared, right? Remember that your sine squared x plus your cos squared x is equals to 1, right? So when you want to change your sine squared, remember your sine squared x is actually same as 1 subtract cos squared x, right? So which means I can change the sine squared x in terms of what? This is going to be same as your cos squared x subtract cos x, and this is going to be then from here subtract, this is going to 1 subtract cos of what? Cos of squared x, divide by what? Divide by what you are going to have here. For example, you can still do the same thing here, right? Now here you are having what? You are having all of that, right? You can take out the sine as a common factor here. So when you take out your sine x as a common factor, you're actually going to be left with 2 cos x plus 1, right? Remember, I took out my sine x as a common factor from both of these, right? So that's what you are going to have. And now from here, let's try and expand and see in terms of what is it that you are going to do. Now, this is same as what? This is same as actually cos of 2x or cos squared x subtract cos x. And then this is subtract 1 plus cos what? Cos squared x. Can you see that? Over, this is same as what? This is same as your sine of x into 2 cos x plus 1. Now from here, you can take out what? In the numerator here, you can group the like terms. Can you see this is going to be 2 cos squared x, subtract cos x, subtract 1, divide by sine x into 2 cos x plus 1. And now, can you see that this is actually your trinomial here, right? Because this is same as actually x squared minus x minus 1, right? And you can factorize this, isn't it so? So if you can factorize, let's try and factorize and see in terms of what is it that you're going to have. Now, as we are factorizing, the answer that you are going to get here, this is same as your 2 cos x, or your 2 cos x is actually same as what? Yes, 2 cos x, 2 cos x plus 1, and this is going to be same as cos x, subtract 1, divide by the answer that you're having here, it's sine x into 2 cos x plus 1. And now from here, what is it that you're going to have here? Can you see that these brackets and these brackets are one and the same thing, right? So they are going to cancel each other, and you're going to have only cos x, subtract 1 over what? Over sine x. Okay. And now from here, what is it? What is this going to be? Right? Now you can change this, right? So you can say this, when you change this, this is same as what? Actually, this is same as cos x over sine x, subtract 1 over sine x. Can you see that, right? And now, that's going to be your answer that you're having. Let's see in terms of what is it that you're having here. And cos over sine is same as what? This cos over sine is actually same as what? This is same as 1 over, right? When you swap this, you write it in your numerator, this one in your denominator. What is the answer that you're going to have? This is actually 1 over tan x. Subtract what? Subtract 1 over sine x. Okay, so basically that's how you're going to prove this particular question. Okay, now hopefully all of these make sense to you now. And you are in a position to answer all these types of questions. Now let's look at your general solution. All right, let's look at your general solution and see in terms of what is it that you can do from that particular question of general solution. Let's just make up our space here quickly, right? So that we can solve the general solution. Now, so for your general solution, you're having sine of 5 theta is equals to sine cos of x subtract 40 degrees. Now, what is it that you're going to do? What is the first thing that you can do now from here? In order to to do this question, firstly, I want you to be in a position that you change either your cos or your sine to be any of those, right? And remember, we can change your cos to be your sine, right? Remember when you say cos, let's say for an example of 90 degrees, subtract your what? Your theta. This becomes your what? Your sine of what? Your sine of your theta. Can you see that? Right? So now, but now I want you to write this. Can you see that your sine of your 5 theta? Now your cos, you can write your cos as your sine of what? Sine of 90 degrees. Let's say we write this as sine of 90 degrees, subtract into theta, subtract 40 degrees. Now, can you see that all of these, when you say sine of theta, subtract that, can you see that you're still getting your cos? You're still getting the cos that you had, right? So, which means this is what this is correct, right? So, what else now can you do from here? But now you're going to expand. You're going to say, look, the sine of 5 theta is equals to now here. This is same as your sine into 90 degrees. And this is 90 degrees subtract theta plus 40 degrees, right? And then what is this? This is sine of 5 theta is equals to what? This is equals to sine of 130 degrees subtract your theta. Can you see that? Right? And everything that you're having now, it's sine, right? And now from here, what is it that you're going to do? Now, because you have sine here, you have sine here, so you are going to divide by sine, or rather you are going to lose the sides, right? So which means this is actually same as 5 theta is equals to your 130 degrees subtract your theta. That's basically what it is, right? And now, when you're doing that, when you're saying that this is going to be same as plus what? Plus 360k, where k is the element of real numbers, right? Or rather of integers. And now, from here, what is it that you are going to have here? So you're going to take the theta this side. This is same as your 6 theta is equals to what? 30 degrees. Then now what is it that you're going to do now from here? You are going to say you divide by what? You divide by 6. You divide by 6. Then your theta that you are going to have here is going to be same as what? Is going to be same as 21,67 degrees. How to get? That's going to be that, right? And remember, when you divide by 6, remember this is plus 360k. Then you are going to divide this by 6 also, right? So this is going to be plus 60k. How to get? So basically, that is going to be how you do this particular question. Then number 2, you are going to say, where in which quadrant is my sign also positive? In the second quadrant, right? So you're going to go and say and do the same thing, right? You're going to say, look, 5 of theta is equals to what is equals to 108 degrees. Subtracts this whatever that you had here. And what is it that we had here? Remember here it was 130 degrees. Subtract theta. This is going to be then plus 360k, where k is the element of real numbers. And now from here, what is it that you are going to have? This is same as what? 5 theta is equals to what? Is equals to when you say 180 subtract that, this is same as 50 uh degrees subtract what? 50 degrees. This is 50 degrees, right? Then the negative, when you take this one this side, remember now it's negative and negative. When you take this one, this is it's going to be positive, right? So let's fix this one. So now when you start by multiplying this is going to be same as what? Let's say this is going to be same as your what? Your 4 theta is equals to 50 degrees. Can you see that? Plus what? Plus 360k, where k is the element of z's, right? Then now from here, you're going to divide by 4 here. Going to divide everything here by 4. Then your theta is going to be given by what? It's going to be given by 12,5 degrees plus, when you say 360 divided by 4, it's same as 90k, right? So basically that is going to be the solution. How to get? Hopefully all of these make sense to you now, and you are in a position that you can answer all the questions that follow in terms of trigonometry. Thank you very much.